Miniatures and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hello everybody, hopefully you can hear me. We'll see, I guess. Hold on, let me check. I think, yeah, I'm actually live. How about that? It has been a while since I've done one of these. And going forward, I don't know how many more I got left in me, but we will do what we can, right? Lots been going on. It's just been one of those things where, Gabby, what are you doing? Oh, I thought she was licking a box. I thought she was licking the fence grid. Why would you lick the fence grid, right? I've been making a lot of videos. I got videos going all the way out to the end of October, and every time I get up on a Sunday morning, I've kind of been. Good morning. I can hear you. Okay, great. Thank you, SPC. I've been kind of like, I just don't feel like doing this today. Or, it's not that I don't like coming on live or anything like that. I just had a lot of things going on. And my wife and I have gotten into a pattern where I'd get up and before she starts doing her 95 different things, because it's fall very soon, and we have to decorate the house in complete fall attire, okay, before we switch over to the unbelievable, yeah, it's almost that time, Christmas. Yeah, you heard it. You heard it here first. Let me just put that down a little bit. Yeah, we're going to go into Christmas mode real soon, and you know what that means. You know what that means. Richard, how are you, my friend? You still clipping those counters? That's one thing. I get it, and it's kind of, they look pretty cool, but the thing I can never understand is I'm trying to figure a way to put this without sounding like a jerk. Some of these, I'm not a big fan of people, whatever they call themselves, grognards or whatever the hell that is. Okay, I've been to a few conventions. Matter of fact, there's one coming up. Huracan at the end of September. I used to go to it quite a bit. That and Recon. Those were the two wargaming conventions I would go to. And the way these guys would treat people, or when somebody would break out a game, how come your counters aren't clipped? What the flying F does that mean? I'm not going to swear this morning. Okay, I always wondered that, and, if you want to clip your counters, great. If you don't, who cares? Okay, but they take it so personally, and the way they treat little kids, you would always think that they would kill the hobby, but you know who keeps the hobby alive? GMT. GMT is a monster, okay? And they are the very best in making sure. They're probably one of the best game companies, period. Okay? They have that Avalon Hill feel. They do those, everything, the bookshelf games, which just fit on your bookshelves and are perfect. Another company I've been impressed with lately is Compass, who has been doing things a lot differently, and doing a really good job. But GMT, out of the park. And they recently just put out Space Empires, the 5th edition. I got it over there. And Talon, and of course all good things, which is a bow, and you saw the video that I did on it. a bow on probably one of the greatest 4X games that has ever been made. And they've got more stuff coming. Barbarossa, I've got to do a review for, which I'm planning on taping today. And then I'm going to tape some playthroughs of Talon and so forth and so on. I actually have some playthroughs coming up that I've taped that are coming up in the next coming weeks. I've been trying to get way ahead because I've been really tired. Just been a lot going on around here. I've been trying to spend some more time with my grandson. He's been in some videos. What a ham. I've been going back and playing things, especially since we lost so much. I've been going back and replaying a lot of games. And things that I reviewed and went, you know what? So forth and so on. And you're going to see a video, I believe, this week where I kind of eat a lot of crow. And I don't mind doing it. And there's a reason for it. And I thought about it. Plum Island is stupid good. It sure is. Plum Island is a great game. And that was a game, and I'm going to give you some behind the scenes stuff on that one. Boy, I can't see today. Saber, what's up? Richard loves Space Empires. How could you not? I absolutely love the P500 series. That's what Kickstarter should be. You're damn right. Brandon Phoenix, what's up, my brother? You know, some of the things that GMT wanted to do was get outside the box. They didn't just want to be a war game company. And when Herman came up with this, they said, we would love to take and print this game. We would love to do this. And Herman goes, yeah, sure. And sure enough, you know, it's just an absolute masterpiece. Because Herman makes games that you could play, that are fun. You know, he's another one like Richard Launius that he's at the point where, and much like myself, is that if the game is overly complicated, you kind of check out. You know, I think when you get older, your brain kind of just goes sideways or whatever you want to call it. And you seem to have fun with simpler things. You know, I don't like playing games with my family because this kind of feels like a job in a lot of ways. And when they go, oh, come on, let's play a game. I go, I don't want to play a game. That's the last thing I want to do. You know, I've been taping this stuff all week, editing, blah, 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 so forth and so on. What's the last thing I want to do? I don't want to look at a game, all right? I want to sit, maybe play a video game, watch stupid YouTube. We'll get to that in a minute. And, you know, learn maybe some more rules or something and get ready to film for the following week. Well, I gave in. And we decided to play Uno, which we played incorrectly because I couldn't remember the rules. But I went on YouTube and I found a video that showed me how to play it. Uno. And we just played Uno. And it was all right, you know. And my daughter's trying to get me to play Talisman because, you know, that is her favorite game of all time. So we're getting ready to do that. I did a video that you'll see in October of the the newest edition of Talisman. So I'm kind of my thoughts on that. And I've just been playing things and because I have a lot, but I lost so much. I'm not sitting there going, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I kind of look around and I go, I got a game plan. And I start, you know, coming out here with my grandson. Like we've been doing a lot of Hero Quest. You'll see another taped thing with that. I'm going to move him up to Warhammer Quest, which I have to reshoot all that. Because it just looked horrible. And I've got just enough stuff to just keep going for a while. And I get new stuff in here and there, and I ended up getting, I've been getting some stuff from Free League Publishing, which is another company that has been under the radar for me. And when I get this stuff, I'm like, the One Ring role-playing game where you could play by yourself, Strider mode, is absolutely glorious. And then they have the 5th edition, where if you're a fan of D&D 5th edition and you've spent a lot of time with it, they have the Lord of the Rings, which is really, really good. Well, they've come out with something that I've been messing with my grandson, and that's Dragonbane. And it's an old Swedish game or something like that. I'm going to tell you this much. That is glorious. Absolutely glorious. And I'm going, why am I missing all this stuff? And these, the things I'm playing are not overly expensive. They're not $200 games. They're not $150 games. One of them is that I played, and I was pissed off that I paid $100 for it. Now, kind of changing my thought on it, and I'm going to do a video on that. You'll see that this week. I got in a game called Runar. I was using up some of my credit at Miniature Market, and we're going to find out this week what's going on with Miniature Market, as they are ignoring my emails. So there's been a lot of changes there. So, that's going to be a determining factor going forward with this. We'll see what happens there. I still got a little bit of credit left. And I try to use it. When I use that credit, I use it for stuff that I want to bring in here. Of course, the great Steve, who used to own Miniature Market, who now owns Trading Card Market, has been nothing but glorious. Okay, I got my little stickers here, and he has he said, anything you want. You want to do Magic, you want to do different card games, you want to do non-sport, my Godzilla stuff. Oh man, I got another Godzilla box that I opened up that you'll be taking a look at. It's around that time, and September for me is a month that I try not to look forward to, because during this month it's I hate even saying it, but I get a little bit older, and I don't celebrate those things anymore, and then I'm hitting that age where you go, okay, what am I gonna do? How do I want to go out? I mean, do I want to go out with my boots on? What do I want to do going forward in my life? And there's a lot of things that I've been really, really thinking about. I've got to give a massive shout out to my friends over at Shadowborn. I had a fully painted copy because I had 3 copies. I gave one away as an auction. And I gave somebody one because they just didn't have money for it. I still try to help people. And I had this one that I painted everything. Well, it got caught up in that mess and it melted. And I was absolutely distraught. I'm going to answer your questions in a second. Just give me a second. And they found out about it, that was one of the things that got destroyed. They sent me a whole new set. I said, let me pay for it. No. I go, let me pay half of it. No. And they've always been good to me because they remember I was one of the very first people that said, hey, come in my house. They were the very first people to ever come into my home and film, and we filmed all of a Saturday. I gave them all of my Saturday, and we filmed everything, you know, the prototype. We talked about it, and it turned out to be an overwhelming success. And they are just some of the best people on the planet, and I can't thank them enough for replacing that. And you know, again, Primal and Oathsworn were big ones for me. So you know, I owe them a bunch of videos that you'll see coming up. Let me take a look at some things. Greetings from Greece. Hello, my friend. How are you? Plum Island is stupid good. It sure is. I think we read that one already. It's not only checking out when games are complicated, it makes it really hard to go back and play them, so they end up being a one-shot deal. It sure does. If they're overcomplicated and you figure everything out, you may make a few mistakes on the way. You may get 1 or 2 games in it, but then if you go away from it for a certain amount of time and decide to come back, you go, oh shoot, I gotta relearn this thing again. And you sit there and you want to beat your head against the wall. Good morning, Rob. How's it going? It's going all right, Shin. Wargame Wanderlust. Any interested in Battletech Aces when that rolls out for solo play? Yeah, when's it supposed to roll out? Of course, I've got so much painted Battletech. That is one thing I always keep here, and I will never let go, is my Battletech collection, which is pretty extensive, believe it or not. I've got to paint a lot of mechs. I think I have my grandson help me. He's been wanting to paint the giant rat from Oathsworn, and we're also going to do some robots because he likes robots and he likes to paint. So he's going to happen. November, cool. I'm gonna pick that up. There's no doubt about that. I'm gonna get involved in that. We got some stuff coming for Wingspan, Takedo Duo, which I'm really looking forward to because, again, Stonemeyer Games, I really enjoy their stuff. It's funny how things change a bit. I'm hoping Battletech Aces will be available at PAX 2 in 2 months. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. Is PAX in Philadelphia? Is that the one that's in Philadelphia? I had my one of my good friends, Tina, the board gamer. She 10 years ago. I mean, if she kept on doing it, she probably have about 150,000 people. She was that good. She wasn't like some of these channels that wheel out these girls and they sit there and they pose and shit. She was the original. She wouldn't show her face on the thing, and she was the best. Tina, I miss Tina. I sent out a message to her. I have not heard from her. Last I heard from her, she reached out about a month or 2 ago. We were pals. We did everything together. That was my buddy. She came down. She stayed for a week. I think she stayed for almost a week here. We had a blast. I took her to one of the war game conventions. As a matter of fact, we had a pretty good time. We sure did. Yes, it is. PAX is in Philadelphia. Okay. I don't know. But the way things are going with me, traveling is not pretty much an option. Due to some... Not that I'm... I just can't get sick. My immune system is really chewed up from the whole COVID thing. And, I just can't take a chance catching it again. I'm resistant to a whole bunch of things, and it really took a toll on me. But that's why I haven't been to any conventions. It's been more health issues, and it's not like it was 6 years ago when I was kind of in the scene. Now it's just whatever, and I've got to make it up. I still haven't made it up to see my mom. who passed away a few years ago. I need to put that behind me. PAX has gotten pretty big in the last few years. Yeah, I heard nothing but good things about it. I was talking to Liz about it, and she goes, "Yeah, you're going to PAX? You're going to PAX?" I go, "I've never been to PAX." And I don't know. Maybe I would. Maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. I have to see. You know. Demetrius, thank you, sir. Your video for Descent Journey into the Dark First Edition inspired me to search and buy it. Very difficult to find here in Greece, but fortunately I found a used copy. Very cool. It's very cool to hear. I'm glad to hear that. It's when Descent was good. And then Descent kind of went sideways. But, that happens a lot, Like, take a look at, I have my original Arkham Horror stuff. Okay, the second edition was great, and then third edition, stinkeroo, I just like certain things, and that's one of them. Boy, I'm looking at all this BattleTech stuff over there. Another thing, that Rumble Slam, I'm looking at all that over there. And then Armada, and then oh God, I've got a whole bunch of ships from Age of Sails. Is it Age of Sails? Sails of Glory or something like that. Those beautiful, beautiful ships that they put out. Tripods and triplanes. I mean, these are all things that I'm hoping to do with my grandkids. And especially my grandson. And we'll see where it goes. I have the first edition of Descent Journey into the Dark. Yeah, it's a classic. It's a classic. That and the couple expansions, they're really worth keeping. And very, very, very good. Oh, what was the other thing I was going to tell you? Oh yeah, so they're coming out with another edition of Godzilla. They're coming out with version 2, I believe, in October of that. That card game, I'm telling you guys, it's affordable. Go pick it up. It's really, really, really good. I think you'll really like it. The Gundam thing is just fun. I'm really loving the Gundam game. I have the 4 expansion. Boy, look at Shannon showing off. I've got all 4 expansions. I've got it all. How you like me now? What's growing and getting bigger and better is a game that I really love, and that's Frostgrave. I'm planning on doing some. If I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna end things, I think that may be the last video I do. If I ever did it, I would set up my forest, my winter forest and city, and just go at it. I have the first edition of Descent and the expansions, but I wound up selling them. Regret that I sold them. LOL. Yeah, Rob, I'm just showing off. Nah, I'm only kidding with you, pal. Trying to think what else. I'm just looking. Oh, there's a bunch of new stuff that I got that. Yeah, I've got a lot of filming to do. I've got to get it done. Hopefully I'm plugging, moving videos, doing things, and so forth and so on, and such, and just trying to keep things fresh. There was something I was going to talk about, and I said I'll talk about that later. Oh, okay, I think I remember. So, I've also been playing a lot of video games. I broke out my PS5, and I plugged it in. And I got this game. It was called Death Trap Dungeon. and it was a live action game. And I went, oh, this is pretty cool. The guy sits in the chair, he tells you the story, and then you make a choice. Do you want to go down the hallway? Do you want to go down that way? Do you want to do that? Do you want to look in the mirror? Well, your head's expanding and it explodes. Your adventure's over. And I've been having fun with it. Okay. So I go, wow, these live action choose your own things looks pretty good. So I see this Japanese thing, right? And I've been watching a lot of K-dramas with my wife. And I watch a lot of them on YouTube. And somebody wrote in the comments, oh yeah, it's a live action K-drama. I go, okay. Downloaded it, right? And here's the funny part, right? So I turn it on and I go, oh, this is a little different. I go, okay, well, let's see it through. So I start playing it, and it's knowledge or no lady. No as in K-N-O-W. Okay. Let me figure this out. So I start playing it, and I get addicted to it, right? Because I'm this guy, okay? And I'm the only guy in this all-girl school. And I'm like, well, how'd that happen, right? And it starts off where, you're it's kind of a mystery. You're trying to decide whether you're going to do your studies or do things with your friends, right? And I'm like, okay, well, it looks like this guy's trying to pick up this girl, right? And then he's got to choose between two girls, and I'm like, okay, which one do I like better? And then they're trying to solve this a little bit of a mystery as I was going through, and then there were each girl, and there's 6 of them, has a different problem, and you're trying to solve it. But on the way, you're starting to fall for them and stuff like that. So I started explaining I was up till 2:00 in the morning playing this thing, okay, and so I get to the end with this one particular person. And I go, hey, I click the button. I go, I really like you, and I'm going to make a decision, and blah, 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 and so forth and so on. And I get rejected. So now I'm pissed off. I go, why is this like real life? So now I try the other person. I get rejected, right? So I finally went to bed. The next day, me and my wife are going someplace, and I'm explaining the whole thing to her, right? Which she turns to me and she goes, so you're playing a dating simulation? I went, no, I'm not. I'm not playing it. I go, I'm hesitant, right? And my daughter's in the back seat. She goes, Dad, you're playing a dating sim. I go, but it's not like that. It's not like, I'm trying to make every excuse I can. But essentially, I guess that's what I'm playing. I was playing. I got the, I ended up finishing it. And I was happy with it. I mean, it wasn't smutty or anything like that. So that's why I didn't think it was some kind of dating sim. It wasn't like, oh, you want to see me naked? That kind of weirdo crap. Which at my age, it's kind of weird. It was just, it was just this story, and I kind of got hooked into it, plain and simple. There's this other one with some guy that turns into a demon that I kind of wanted to check out, but I think I'm going to leave those things alone, because then, my wife's going to think I'm some kind of weirdo. And after 40 years of marriage, which was last month, that's the last thing I want to do. You know what I mean? Let's see, what do we got here? Yeah, I love Arkham Horror 2nd Edition. I had loads of expansion. Not looked at 3rd edition. No, I've got everything for. I still got stuff in shrink wrap, and Richard saw it and he goes, "Hey Rob, you know how much money that stuff's worth?" I go, "I know, it ain't going nowhere." Well, he said that he sold that. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'm just showing off. Oh, I used to have Death Trap Dungeon. Wasn't too bad. Yeah, it's a pretty good game. I went back and played it, and I got caught up because you're trying to go through this maze, and everything that could go wrong goes wrong, of course. Do you want to open that door? No, not really. No. I kind of want to get out of here. And I'm probably gonna play some of it today after I tape a few things. I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I got to upload. But, hey, that's neither here nor there. One other thing I want to tell you. I do have an auction coming up in maybe a week or so. It's just going to be 4 mystery boxes. I'm going to make it real small. I'm trying to get rid of just a bunch of stuff because I have because we don't have that unit anymore, I do have some stuff that I was able to salvage. So some stuff here, I'm making a decision on what I want to keep from the salvage stuff. So I'm going to make some mystery boxes, and they'll be real good, and off they go. Just to make a little bit more room, and then this is going to be the final resting place, and how many games I'm going to carry. And I'm just going to have fun with the stuff that I got. And if we get something new, try it. If it replaces something, great. If not, play it for a while, and then adios amigos, as we would say. So that's the way I'm planning on doing with that, my dear friends. So there you have it. I think, how much time did I take? 31 minutes. That's not too bad. What do you think, Gab? You haven't eaten yet because you won't go in and eat because you're out here with me. God, I love that dog. She's going to be 11 in November, and I just don't know. I don't know if I can go on, period, without her. And I worry every day. And I hug her up and I kiss her every day. Just grateful for every day I have that dog. I love my German Shepherds. They have saved my life in so many ways. Just always by my side wherever I go. Whatever I do. If I have to run out to the store, I try to figure a way that I can take them with me. And it's just, you don't have human friends. You have your dog. And I think, you wish they could live till they're like 30, But that's not what life determines. It's the first dog I ever had, too. First dog. Huh. It's just laying there. Like, what are you bothering me for? Lost my puppy in May after 12 years. I'm so sorry. Totally understand and miss Gus terribly. I'm sorry to hear that one. I can't even talk about it. And I can imagine how you feel. And I don't know if I can do it again. And especially at this age, I'm not a young guy. Boy, it goes by in a blink. All this time that I've been on this channel, just gone by in a blink. I mean, just like it was nothing. It just, where's the time go? And, you try to take and appreciate it as much as you can, but dear God, it even goes too fast for that, to be honest. It sure is. But it's been nice to come on here and just talk to you guys for a little bit. If I'm on next week, I'm on next week. I'm really trying to crank out as many videos and get to the end of the year as I possibly can. And as I get newer stuff, I kind of fit the videos in and push it out. So I really want to get a good backlog because I really want to take some time and I've got some ideas. I'm using antiquate cameras. My wife just upgraded me yesterday to the iPhone 15. And supposedly you can use those and make videos on there. And I don't have the technology background for this. So I'm kind of wondering how I'm going to do it. Do I want to do it? I'm thinking of getting a GoPro and kind of doing things that way a little bit. And trying to upgrade the quality a little bit, make it a little bit more fun. And, like I said, go out with my boots on, you know, make one more run. And I think we've been putting some decent videos out there. We just got to get people back watching them. That's all, we'll see. And if they don't, that's fine too. It's been a great run, I'm trying to think what else I had for you. Covered that. Make sure you go to the trading card market, okay? Oh, I'm going to just end with this. I talk to Steve all the time, and eventually he's going to do some things, which I think, I'm staying in the game to make sure I help him. He's always been a very dear friend of mine, and I'll let you know as the sagas continue with certain things in the background, and I'll fill you in on it, but I don't want to do anything until I have all the answers. But one of the things I love is, I love soccer. Soccer and hockey. Today football starts. Yeah, we'll see what the Seahawks can do. Those three sports are pretty much it for me. I'm not a big baseball guy, even though I like the Mariners. I don't like car racing anymore. I don't like basketball. I'm not a basketball guy, even though I used to follow the Knicks. In the 80s, I used to love watching it, but then it just got weird. College football, that's been watered down, and even regular football has been it's different. It's not the same, and professional wrestling, of course, I like. So whenever they come out with something, I saw these boxes of Manchester United cards, and they are almost like $1,000 a box. I'm like, Steve, you getting any of those in? He goes, yeah. I go, are you gonna crack any open? Because I'm curious what he gets. But I'm watching some of the box openings. Oh man, it's so funny. But he'll have it at a great price if you're a soccer fan. Also, any kind of sports cards that you like, you can go there. He's really big with the Pokemon, which I think I had a video go with my grandson. It was so funny. I couldn't pronounce the things. He goes, I know that guy. He goes, yeah, of course. That's Dig Dug. I went, all right, dude. So we had fun opening that. I've been having fun having them in the videos. It's been fun. The only sport I watch nowadays, Rob, is football. I'm a Steelers fan. Well, okay. I'm not a big Steelers guy. Especially since you stole that Super Bowl. I don't mind. We lost Super Bowls, but that one Super Bowl was so damn fixed. The mysterious touchdown. I mean, what a ripoff that was. But hey, that's life. What was the other thing I was going to tell you? Yeah, I think that's about it. I think I covered it all. I think I did it all. I think I said it all. So there you have it. Plenty of stuff going up this week. We'll make sure that we cover everything and take care of everything. And hopefully, maybe if I feel like coming on next week, I'll come on next week. I'll give you an update on what's going on. And we'll go from there. So, my dear friends, until next time, I'm going to go spend some time with the Queen before she starts her holiday decorating, which isn't far off. I think she's going to get into the mode today. So, I usually try to stay out of her way, which is smart. Maybe I'll just watch football all day. Now, I'll probably play more of that stupid game. What can I tell you? All right, guys. Hey, love you all. Have a great Sunday, and we will see you this week with a ton more videos as always. Let's see. Very good. Very good seeing you again. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. Have a good one, says Shannon. Take it easy, my friends. Go easy. Have a great Sunday.
This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.